For a long time, collectibles were seen as hobbies, things people bought for fun, nostalgia, or personal passion. But today, collectibles are increasingly being treated like serious financial assets. From rare trading cards and vintage sneakers to luxury watches, artwork, comics, and limited edition items. Entire markets are forming around scarcity, demand, and cultural value. Wealthy investors are paying attention because collectibles can sometimes hold or increase value independently of traditional markets, especially during periods of economic uncertainty. Today we will talk about collectibles are the new wealth game, so before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. 10. Wealth is no longer stored only in traditional assets. For a long time, building wealth followed a familiar formula. People invested in stocks, real estate, businesses, or savings accounts because those were considered the most reliable paths to financial growth. But over the last decade, something quietly changed. Increasingly, wealthy investors began moving money into collectibles, rare watches, art, trading cards, vintage cars, luxury handbags, sneakers, comics, sports memorabilia, and other highly sought-after items. 9. Scarcity creates powerful financial value. One of the biggest reasons collectibles became attractive as wealth assets is scarcity. Unlike mass-produced products available everywhere, valuable collectibles often exist in limited quantities. Some items are rare because production numbers were small. Others become valuable because time reduced how many remain in excellent condition. As demand increases while supply stays limited, prices can rise dramatically over time. 8. Collectibles combine emotion with investment. Traditional investments like stocks or bonds feel abstract to many people. Collectibles work differently because they combine financial value with emotional meaning. People do not only buy collectibles hoping prices rise, they buy pieces connected to nostalgia, culture, status, identity, history, or personal passion. This emotional connection strengthens demand because ownership becomes psychologically important. A rare watch may symbolize success. A vintage sports card may represent childhood memories. A rare comic or collectible item may connect to cultural identity. 7. Wealthy investors want assets outside traditional financial systems. Another reason collectibles gain popularity is diversification. Wealthy investors increasingly seek assets not completely dependent on stock markets, banks, or traditional financial systems. Collectibles offer alternative stores of value existing outside normal financial structures. During periods of inflation, economic uncertainty, or market volatility, some investors feel more comfortable owning rare physical assets with global demand. Collectibles can feel psychologically safer because they are tangible, portable, and limited in supply. 6. Social media turned collectibles into global markets. The internet completely transformed collectible investing. Years ago, collector communities were small and localized. Today, social media platforms, online marketplaces, influencers, and digital communities expose millions of people to collectible culture instantly. A rare watch, trading card, sneaker release, or vintage item can become globally famous overnight. This visibility massively increased demand because collectibles are no longer limited to local buyers. Investors now participate in worldwide markets, connected through constant digital attention. Social media also created status around collectible ownership, making rare items socially desirable in ways previous generations never experienced. Visibility itself became part of the value. 5. Younger generations value culture as much as traditional wealth. Another major reason collectibles exploded is generational change. Younger investors often think differently about wealth compared to older generations. Traditional luxury symbols alone no longer dominate status culture. Instead, cultural relevance, exclusivity, rarity, and identity became increasingly important. Owning rare collectibles now signals taste, access, and insider knowledge alongside financial success. This changed how wealth is displayed socially. A rare sneaker collection, luxury watch, vintage gaming item, or collectible artwork may carry as much social value as traditional luxury purchases. Investors recognized this shift and began treating cultural assets more seriously financially. 4. Some collectibles outperform traditional investments. One reason collectibles gained serious investor attention is simple. Certain collectible markets generated extraordinary returns. Rare watches, sports cards, vintage cars, artwork, and limited edition items sometimes appreciated faster than traditional investments during specific periods. These stories attracted more investors searching for alternative wealth opportunities. Of course, not every collectible becomes valuable, and many markets remain highly speculative. But the possibility that cultural assets could produce significant returns changed public perception entirely. Collectibles stopped looking like hobbies and started looking like investment categories capable of serious financial performance. 3. Collectibles benefit from global wealth expansion. As global wealth increases, demand for rare and exclusive items often rises alongside it. Wealthy individuals compete for ownership of culturally important or highly limited assets, because exclusivity itself becomes valuable socially and financially. This demand intensifies especially among global elites, wanting assets recognized internationally. Luxury collectibles benefit from this because wealthy buyers increasingly treat them as portable stores of wealth combined with status signaling. The more wealth concentrates globally, the stronger demand often becomes for rare collectible assets associated with exclusivity and prestige. 2. Ownership became more important than consumption. Modern wealth culture increasingly rewards ownership rather than simple consumption. Wealthy individuals often prefer buying assets capable of holding or increasing value, instead of spending money on purely depreciating products. Collectibles fit this mindset perfectly, because they combine enjoyment with potential financial appreciation. 1. The real reason collectibles became the new wealth game. The deeper truth about collectible investing is that modern wealth increasingly flows toward assets combining scarcity, emotional demand, cultural relevance, portability, and status signaling simultaneously. Because the truth is simple, assets become extremely valuable when enough people believe ownership represents something important socially, emotionally, or financially. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.